Emma. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mystery Verse. Thank you for joining us for another English learning lesson. Today, we're going to improve your English with an interesting story called The Last Wallet. Ik santer Mema. David, and I'm David. Asulisten your calorie. Improve your listening skills and practice speaking English naturally. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just relax, enjoy the story, and learn step by step. Let's begin. The story begins. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun was shining brightly, and the streets were full of people. 24-year-old Michael decided to spend the day in the city. He wanted to buy a birthday gift for his younger sister. Before leaving home, Michael checked his phone, picked up his keys, and put his brown leather wallet into his jacket pocket. Inside the wallet were his money, bank cards, driver's license, and a small family photograph. He smiled and said, "Today is going to be a wonderful day." Michael walked to the bus stop and caught the first bus into the city. The ride took about 30 minutes. While sitting by the window, he watched people walking, children playing in the park, and families enjoying the beautiful weather. Everything seemed peaceful. Vocabularitime. Let's learn some important words from the story. Wallet. A wallet is a small case used to carry money, cards, and personal documents. Exemple. I keep my driver's license in my wallet. Repeat after me. Wallet. Wallet. Excellent. Pocket. A pocket is a small cloth bag inside your clothes. Exemple. My phone is in my pocket. Repère. Pocket. Pocket. Gréat. Peaceful. Peaceful means calm, quiet, and relaxing. Exemple. The park was peaceful in the morning. Repère. Peaceful. Peaceful. Wonderful. Gift. A gift is something you give to another person to make them happy. Exemple. I bought a birthday gift for my friend. Repère. Gift. Gift. Fantastique. Continue the story. When Michael arrived downtown, the streets were busy with shoppers. Music played from nearby cafes. People laughed as they walked with shopping bags in their hands. Michael entered a large bookstore first. His sister loved reading novels, so he wanted to choose the perfect book. After spending nearly 20 minutes looking through the shelves, he finally found an exciting adventure novel. This is perfect, he thought with a smile. Next, he visited a small gift shop. He bought a beautiful notebook and a colorful pen. Everything was going exactly as he had planned. Then, Michael stopped at a coffee shop to relax. He ordered a hot cappuccino and a slice of chocolate cake. While enjoying his coffee, he answered a few messages on his phone and watched people passing by the window. After about 30 minutes, he stood up, thanked the waiter, and left the cafe. He had no idea that something important had just happened. Vocabularitime. Bookstore. A bookstore is a shop where books are sold. Exemple. I visited the bookstore yesterday. Repère. Bookstore. Excellent. Aventure. An adventure is an exciting experience. Exemple. The movie tells an exciting adventure. Repère. Adventurer. Very good. Order. To order means to ask for food or drinks in a restaurant or cafe. Exemple. I ordered a cup of tea. Repère. Order. Excellent. Relax. Relax means to rest and feel calm. Exemple. I like to relax after work. Repos. Relax. Great job. Listening. Practice. Now, just listen. Michael went to the city to buy a birthday gift for his sister. He visited a bookstore and bought an adventure novel. Then he bought a notebook and a colorful pen. Finally, he relaxed in a coffee shop with a cappuccino and chocolate cake. Let's listen one more time. Read the paragraph slowly. Speaking practice. Now it's your turn. Answer these questions aloud. Why did Michael go to the city? What did he buy at the bookstore? Where did he stop to relax? What did he order at the coffee shop? Speak slowly. Don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to practice speaking English confidently. Useful expressions. Repeat after us. What a beautiful day. I'd like to buy a gift. This is perfect. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. These expressions are common in everyday English conversations. English type. When you read or listen to a story, don't translate every word. Instead, try to understand the main idea. Your listening skills will improve much faster when you focus on the meaning instead of every single word. Ending of part 1. Emma, everything seemed perfect for Michael. He had found wonderful gifts and enjoyed a relaxing afternoon. But he didn't realize that something very important was missing. What happened? Where was his wallet? We'll discover the answer in part 2. David, thank you for learning with us today. You're watching another English learning lesson. And today we'll continue our story, The Lost Wallet. Ik s'enterre Emma. David, and I'm David, een jardin para me in the city. He bought a birthday gift for his sister, visited a bookstore, and relaxed in a coffee shop. But before he left the cafe, something important happened. Let's find out what it was. The story continues. Michael walked slowly through the city center, smiling as he looked at the gifts in his shopping bag. He decided to stop at a flower shop to buy a small bouquet for his sister. As he reached into his jacket pocket to pay, his smile suddenly disappeared. His wallet was gone. He checked every pocket again. Nothing. He searched his shopping bag. Still nothing. His heart began to beat faster. Oh no, he whispered. My wallet is missing. Michael tried to stay calm. He walked back to the flower shop entrance and looked around carefully. Then he retraced his steps. He visited every place he had been that afternoon. First, the gift shop. The cashier smiled kindly and asked, "Can I help you?" Michael explained the situation. "I'm looking for my wallet. I think I may have lost it." The cashier checked behind the counter and asked the other employees. Unfortunately, nobody had seen it. Michael thanked them and continued searching. His next stop was the bookstore. He spoke with the manager. The manager checked the lost and found box. There were umbrellas, keys, and a pair of sunglasses. But there was no wallet. Michael felt worried. His wallet contained important cards, cash, and family memories. He hoped someone honest would find it. Vocabulaire type. Disappear. Disappear means to no longer be seen. Exemple. My keys disappeared this morning. Repeat after me. Disappear. Disappear. Excellent. Cherche. To search means to look carefully for something. Exemple. I'm searching for my phone. Repère. Search. Search. Créate. Cashier. A cashier is the person who receives money in a shop. Exemple. The cashier helped me pay for my groceries. Repère. Cashier. Onderfule. Manager. A manager is the person responsible for running a business or store. Exemple. The manager answered my questions. Repère. Manager. Fantastique. Continue the story. Michael remembered the coffee shop. It must be there, he thought. He hurried back as quickly as he could. When he arrived, the same waiter recognized him. "Welcome back," the waiter said with a smile. "Did you forget something?" "Yes," Michael replied. "I think I left my wallet here." The waiter nodded. "Please wait just a moment." He walked to the counter and spoke quietly with the cafe manager. A few moments later, the manager returned carrying a brown leather wallet. "Is this yours?" "Schuaske." Michael looked closely. It was exactly the same wallet. He opened it carefully. Everything was inside. His money, his bank cards, his driver's license, and the small family photograph. Nothing was missing. Michael smiled with relief. "Thank you so much. I was very worried." The manager smiled. "A kind customer found it under your chair and gave it to us." Michael couldn't believe his luck. "There are still many honest people in the world," he said happily. Vocabularitime. Relief. Relief is the happy feeling when a problem is over. Exemple. I felt relief after finding my passport. Repère. Relief. Excellent. Honest. Honest means telling the truth and doing the right thing. Exemple. She is an honest person. Repère. Honest. Verigo. Customer. A customer is someone who buys something from a shop or restaurant. Exemple. The customer ordered a cup of coffee. Repère. Customer. Excellent. Luckily. Luckily means something good happened by chance. Exemple. Luckily, I caught the last bus. Repère. Luckily. Fantastique. Listening practice. Listen carefully. Michael lost his wallet after leaving the coffee shop. He searched the gift shop and the bookstore, but nobody had seen it. Finally, he returned to the cafe. A kind customer had found the wallet and given it to the manager. Michael was happy because everything was still inside. Let's listen one more time. Read slowly. Speaking practice. Now answer these questions aloud. Where did Michael first notice that his wallet was missing? Which places did he search? Who found the wallet? How did Michael feel after getting it back? Try answering in complete English sentences. For example, he noticed his wallet was missing at the flower shop. Speaking in full sentences helps you become more fluent. Useful expressions. Repeat after us. I think I lost my wallet. Can you help me? I'm looking for something. Thank you so much. I'm very relieved. Excellent. These are useful expressions for everyday situations. English tip. When learning new vocabulary, don't memorize words by themselves. Instead, learn them in complete sentences. For example, I lost my wallet. I found my keys. I'm looking for my phone. This makes the words easier to remember and use naturally. You're watching English Story with vocabulary. And today we'll continue our story, The Lost Wallet. Ik santer mema. David, and I'm David, een hin Baldergal coffee shop. A kind customer had discovered it under his chair and handed it to the cafe manager. Now Michael has one important question. Who was the honest person who returned the wallet? Let's continue the story. The story continues. Michael thanked the cafe manager once again. I'm very grateful, he said. Do you know who found my wallet? The manager smiled. Yes, I do. It was an elderly gentleman named Mr. Thomas. He comes here almost every Saturday morning. He found your wallet after you left and immediately brought it to me. Michael felt deeply thankful. I would love to thank him personally. The manager looked at her watch. You're in luck. He usually sits in the small park across the street after having his coffee. Without wasting another minute, Michael walked quickly to the park. The afternoon sun was warm, and children were playing happily near the fountain. People were reading books, feeding birds, and enjoying the beautiful weather. Michael looked around, carefully. Finally! He saw an older man sitting quietly on a wooden bench with a newspaper in his hands. The manager's description was perfect. Michael walked over with a friendly smile. Excuse me, he said politely. Are you Mr. Thomas? The gentleman looked up and smiled warmly. Yes, I am. How can I help you? My name is Michael. I believe you found my wallet this afternoon. Mr. Thomas nodded. Oh, yes. I remembered seeing it under your chair. I couldn't leave it there. Michael smiled with gratitude. I can't thank you enough. You saved me from a very difficult day. Vocabularitime. Grateful. Grateful means feeling thankful because someone has helped you. Exemple. I'm grateful for your kindness. Repeat after me. Grateful. Grateful. Excellent. Personnally. Personally means by yourself or directly. Exemple. I wanted to thank her personally. Repay. Personnally. Gréat. Gentleman. A gentleman is a polite and respectful man. Exemple. The gentleman opened the door for everyone. Repay. Gentleman. Wonderful. Kindness. Kindness means being friendly, generous, and helpful. Exemple. Her kindness made everyone smile. Repay. Kindness. Fantastique. Continue the story. Michael reached into his shopping bag and took out the beautiful notebook he had bought for his sister. Tenez mai. I actually bought 2 notebooks today. I'd like you to have one as a small thank you gift. Mr. Thomas gently shook his head. That's very thoughtful, he said. But your smile and your gratitude are more than enough. Michael insisted politely. Please? I'd really like you to accept it. After a moment, Mr. Thomas accepted the gift with a warm smile. Thank you, he said. I'll use it to write down my favorite memories. Then he looked at Michael and said something Michael would never forget. In life, we always have a choice. We can ignore someone else's problem, or we can help. When we choose kindness, we make the world a little brighter. Michael listened carefully. Those simple words touched his heart. He realized that honesty and kindness were worth more than money. Before leaving, they shook hands warmly. Michael promised himself that whenever he had the chance, he would help others just as Mr. Thomas had helped him. Vocabularitime. Thoughtful. Thoughtful means showing care and consideration for other people. Exemple. That was a thoughtful gift. Repère. Thoughtful. Excellent. Accept. Accept means to receive something willingly. Exemple. She accepted the invitation. Repère. Accept. Very good. Promise. A promise is a commitment to do something. Exemple. I promise to study English every day. Repère. Promise. Excellent. Choice. Choice means the opportunity to decide between different options. Exemple. You have a choice. Repère. Choice. Fantastique. Listening. Practice. Listen carefully. Michael thanked Mr. Thomas for returning his wallet. He offered him a notebook as a gift. Mr. Thomas accepted it and shared an important lesson about honesty and kindness. Michael promised to help others whenever he could. Now listen one more time. Read the paragraph slowly. Speaking practice. Now answer these questions aloud. Who found Michael's wallet? Where did Michael meet Mr. Thomas? What gift did Michael give him? What lesson did Michael learn? Try answering in complete sentences. For exemple, Michael met Mr. Thomas in the park. Excellent. Useful expressions. Repeat after us. I'm very grateful. Thank you for your kindness. I can't thank you enough. Please accept this gift. You made my day. Wonderful. These expressions help you sound polite and natural in English. English tip. When learning English through stories, imagine the scenes in your mind. Picture the people, the places, and the conversations. Visualization helps you understand and remember vocabulary more easily. In the previous lessons, we followed Michael's journey as he lost his wallet, searched for it, and met the kind man who returned it. Today, we'll discover how that experience changed Michael's life forever. Let's begin! The final chapter? A few weeks passed after Michael met Mr. Thomas. Although life returned to normal, Michael never forgot their conversation in the park. Whenever he remembered Mr. Thomas's words, he smiled. One rainy evening, Michael was walking home after work when he noticed a young woman standing beside. "Have you stopped?" She looked worried. She was searching through her handbag again and again. Michael walked over politely. "Excuse me," he said. "Is everything okay?" The woman sighed. "I can't find my phone. I think I dropped it somewhere." Michael immediately remembered the day he had lost his wallet. He knew exactly how she felt. "Don't worry," he said kindly. "Let's look for it together." For nearly 20 minutes, they searched the sidewalk, the nearby shops, and the bus stop. Finally, they heard a phone ringing. The sound was coming from beneath a bench. "There it is," Michael said happily. The woman picked up her phone with a big smile. "I can't believe it. Thank you so much for helping me." Michael smiled. "Someone once helped me when I needed it most. I'm simply passing that kindness on." The woman nodded. "I'll remember that. One good deed really can inspire another." As Michael continued walking home, he realized something important. Kindness spreads from one person to another, just like light in the darkness. That simple lesson became part of the way he lived every day. Vocabularitime. Let's learn today's new words. Sig. A sigh is a deep breath that shows relief, tiredness, or worry. Exemple. She sighed after a long day. Repeat after me. Sailly. Sige. Excellent. Droped. Dropped means something accidentally fell. Exemple. I dropped my keys. Repet. Droped. Gréat. Inspire. Inspire means to encourage someone to do something good. Exemple. Her story inspired me to work harder. Repet. Inspire. Wonderful. Spread. Spread means to move from one person or place to another. Exemple. Kindness spreads quickly. Repet. Spread. Fantastique. Story review. Let's review the story together. Michael went to the city to buy a birthday gift for his sister. After visiting a bookstore and a coffee shop, he accidentally left his wallet behind. He searched many places before returning to the cafe. A kind customer named Mr. Thomas had found the wallet and handed it to the manager. Michael thanked Mr. Thomas and learned an important lesson about honesty and kindness. Later, Michael helped another person who had lost her phone. In the end, he discovered that kindness creates more kindness. Vocabulary review. Let's review the important words from the entire story. Wallet. Bouquet. Gift. Peaceful. Bookstore. Adventurer. Relax. Disappear. Search. Cacher. Manager. Relief. Honeste. Customer. Grateful. Gentleman. Kindness. Thoughtful. ACCP. Promise. Choice. Droped. Inspire. Spread. Excellent. Now try making your own sentences using these words. Listening. Practice. Listen carefully. Michael learned that small acts of kindness can change people's lives. Because Mr. Thomas returned his wallet, Michael decided to help others whenever he could. His kindness inspired another person, proving that one good action can lead to many more. Now listen again. Read slowly. Speaking practice. Now it's your turn. Answer these questions aloud. What would you do if you found someone's wallet? Have you ever helped a stranger? What lesson did Michael learn? Why is kindness important? Try answering in complete English sentences. Speaking every day will improve your confidence and fluency. Useful expressions. Repeat after us. I'm happy to help. Thank you for your honesty. I really appreciate your kindness. Everything turned out well. Kindness costs nothing. You made a difference. Excellent. These expressions are useful in everyday conversations and help you sound polite and natural. English learning tip. Reading and listening to stories is one of the best ways to improve your English. Stories teach you vocabulary in context. They also help you understand grammar naturally, improve your pronunciation, and remember new words more easily. Try reading one short English story every week. You'll be surprised by how quickly your English grows. Final motivation. Emma, learning English is more than memorizing words. It's about understanding ideas, sharing stories, and connecting with people from around the world. Every lesson you Complete brings you closer to your goals. David, don't worry if your progress feels slow. Every minute you spend listening, reading, speaking, and practicing is an investment in your future. Stay curious. Stay consistent. And, most importantly, enjoy the journey. Thank you for learning with us. Emma, thank you so much for joining us for The Lost Wallet on our channel. We hope this story helped you improve your English while also reminding you of the power of honesty and kindness. David, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English story. Share this video with friends and family who are learning English. Together, we can make English learning simple, enjoyable, and inspiring. Emma, until next time, keep reading, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. David, we'll see you in the next English story with vocabulary lesson. Together, goodbye, take care, and happy learning.